The time is 11:36 on this late Tuesday night, May 1st, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel Late Night News on this late Tuesday night, May 1st, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11:37 p.m. and it is 55 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on Peter Channel Late Night News is Mueller raised possibly a presidential subpoena in meeting with Trump's legal team. Trump's one-time physician says Trump raided his office, describing a year of torture. The Department of Justice is not being extorted as was the state's response to an impeachment threat. Despite Trump threats, U.S. officials allow caravan members to seek asylum. Men on underway after wild RV chase across LA and Kern counties. How can Apple keep growing if its current growth depends on the iPhone price hikes? Trump blows on a Nobel Prize prize cheddar. Israel's claims on the Iran's ride. Europe and U.S. on the merits of nuclear deal. Trump's busy trade agenda brings tensions. Modest separate outlook at Afghanistan after twin bombings. Texas 6 other states sued Trump administration to force an end to DACA. Zachary Cruz, brother of Parkland school shooter, is arrested. Stephen Clark shot 7 times, official autopsy finds. The West Virginia Senate GOP candidate takes anti-deception politics off the rails. Xerox CEO steps down as company waivers Fujifilm deal. Stock shares sink 16% as redesign. Weeds on results. United Airlines bans dozens of dog and cat breeds when cargo hold onto new pet travel policy. Guitar maker Gibson friends file for bankruptcy. In Norfolk, 2 incumbents were asked on Norfolk selection on Tuesday, and voters overwhelmingly said they wanted to keep the Town Clerk's post selected rather than important. In the Board of Selectmen's race, Kevin Calcott won the seat over incumbent Scott Bugbee. Calcott received 588 votes, while Bugbee received 387. In the Norfolk School Committee race, Jennifer Wyndham, Theodore Champagne won seat last, and incumbent Mark Foddy. Wyndham received 694 votes. Champagne received 581, and Foddy received 292. On the ballot question, seeking to change the Town Clerk to the point of the post. 616 voters said no, and 297 voters said yes, and the post will remain elected a result. Judge authorized the sale of Alpnober's Highland Candy Club to developer, but city could match offer. The president like you took your home and they're loaded and placed in a motor vehicle, chasing a stolen pickup truck for it, they said. Norfolk Stowe cashier charged with theft. Seagon police seeking identification of the theft suspect. Norfolk will close the next weekend in the city. Work on Attleboro Boardwalk and track. Taunton Community Forum takes Dr. Progress and children address their opioid addiction. A pedestrian was struck and killed by a train Tuesday night near the Everett Street Bridge on Route 44. Brockton native brings West Coast Splitters, Stoughton Diner. The city of Brockton is approaching a finish on an effort to replace 9,000 high-pressure sodium streetlights with energy efficient. None of these streetlights are going in the mayor. Taunton driver and fatal Brockton crash also has long criminal history. West Bridgewater students compete at national level in history competition. Managers clear inside for launch after heat shield review. Boeing throws shaded at SpaceX says Falcon Heavy is too small for deep space. Conspiracy theories few can fall with that flat edge due to Pac-Man effect. Lawmakers okay ban on sales of sunscreens linked to cold damage. Taking mosquito infection spread rapidly, CDC finds. Group of rare cancer cases baffle experts. The CEO who injected himself with experimental herpes therapy was found dead in the surgery to perpetration tank. And Young Americans on a loneliness surprising study from Signet shows. Peter Channel News Time is 11:41 on this late Tuesday night, and it is time now for a Peter Channel traffic and trend to check on this late Tuesday night. Baby! Let's study off on the MBTA where subway, commuter rail, and ferries, they are looking good. Look at the highways and byways in New England. Study off down in Connecticut where 95 at the southbound side, a little slower on the New Haven stretch. In Rhode Island, 138 on the westbound side, so between Jamestown and the Jamestown Bridge. 24 at the northbound side, it's a little slower around the Tiverton stretch and hit Bixby and around the Fall River stretch from Route 6 to the 79. 485 at the northbound side, so between Wareham, Olive and Middleborough. 495 at the south band side, also cover stretch. 495 at the north band side, also between 1-3 and then Taunton and all the way out to Rope, Bay Street and Taunton, the Raymond stretch. Mass Pike west band side, it's so between Middlebury and Niner, 395 and 20 and Auburn. Mass Pike east band side, so Middlebury stretch. Mass Pike and east band side, it is over the Natick stretch. 120 at the north band side, also Needham stretch. Route 120 at the north band side, also 2A in Lexington. 39395, looking good from 120 to the New Hampshire border. 91 at north band side, also north stretch. And 91 south band side, also Springfield stretch. Mass Pike west band side, also Westfield stretch. 93 south band side, also Hudson, New Hampshire stretch. South Bound Spur and South Portland Spur, the main turnabout is a little slow. Main turnabout on the southbound side also is Scarborough, Maine. Peter Charles on beers. 11:42 on this late Tuesday night, and it's time now for a Peter Channel weather report. Looking at the radar, Sunlight nobody shows patchy clouds, bunch of eastern Massachusetts and all Rhode Island, and southern portions of New Hampshire, and some rain showers south of Marsden and Nantucket, and clouds coming in a bunch of eastern portion tip of Long Island. And in the north of us, some clouds in the southern portion of New Hampshire, and some rain showers from Scarborough, Maine, all the way to Auburn, Lewis, Maine, and stretch to the northwestern Maine, and western Waterville and Skowhegan, Maine. And all the way up in the extreme northern portion of New Hampshire, and rain showers all the way down to eastern and eastern portions of Quebec, around Quebec City, and north central and northwestern portion of Quebec. And some line of rain showers from central and southeastern portion of Quebec, of Nova Scotia, stretch up to New Brunswick. So rain showers stretch the line from Nova Scotia all the way down to Prince Edward Island. Temperature spread around the region, it is in the 50s for much of it. Southern New England to a 60-degree wind in Norwood, 61 in Bedford and Worcester, and 66 degrees in Harvard, Connecticut. And it is in the 40s to 50s in Northern New England with some 60s in Northern New England with a 63-degree reading for Burlington, and 62 in Middlebury and 64 in Manchester, New Hampshire. Okay, look at that now. Current conditions are in North Massachusetts. 54 degrees on temperature, humidity 69%, 2.44 degrees, about around 3 inches at a steady. Winds west southwest at 1 mile an hour. We have an air quality alert issued from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Wednesday. As an air quality action day means that ground level ozone concentration with the region may approach or exceed unhealthy standards. Okay, look at the forecast. Goes like this. For tonight, mostly clouds got early then gradual cooling with a 40 degrees. Light southwest wind for Wednesday. Size got about 85 degrees. West about 6 to 10 miles. Gust size 24 miles an hour. For Wednesday night, a partly clouds got about 6 degrees. Southwest about 6 to 8 miles an hour. For Thursday, sun chances showers and thunderstorms out to 2 p.m. Most of the sun's got about 85 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Gust size 24 miles an hour. Just 20%. For Thursday night, 8 chances showers and thunderstorms before 10 p.m. Mostly clouds about 63 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Gust size 20 miles an hour. Just 30%. Friday, chances showers thunderstorms possible at 4 p.m. Mostly clouds about 80, about 57 degrees. Just 35%. Saturday, most sunny podcast about 75, about 31 degrees. Sunday, put sun in the mostly clouds about 16, about 40 degrees. For Monday, put the sun in the podcast about 16, about 46 degrees. And for Tuesday, most of the skies about 68 degrees. And Peter Channel News time, 11:45 on this late Tuesday night. And it is time now for a sports report. Red Sox and the Kansas City Royals played neck and neck all game long at Fenway Park. And the Royals going to the board first. Then Alcides Escobar. Out in the start place. Fly to the left field, J.G. Martinez scores Salvador Perez. And Lucas Zura to second base and Evan Amami on third base and a missed catcher by Christian Vasquez. But then, after the Royals made it 2-0 on top of the sixth, Mitch Moore on a fly ball to right field to make it 2-1. Sox down by 1, and then Jackie Barry Jr. singles on ground ball left fielder Alex Quinn goes Rafael Devers to tie it at 2, and then wild pitch J.G. Martinez back and a wild pitch by Brian Keller scores and pretend make it 3-2 to the Red Sox. But then, top of the ninth inning, Alex Quinn launches a shot in the right field as it's tied at 3, and then John J. on the Sox fire, left fielder and pretend goes to Pater and Ryan goes to second base, making 4-3 Royals at the top of the 12th, and then Eduardo Nunez homers on a fly ball left field to tie it at 4. But then Jorge Soto homers on a fly ball left center field, Alex Corner, and Woodmere free scores make it 7-4 Royals. But then in the bottom at 13th, Jackie Barry Jr. runs on first base, but Lucas Jr. scores Mitch Moore on the left field, Devers to second base to cut the Kansas City lead to 7-5. And then Christian Vasquez singles on line drive. Left fielder Alex Quinn, and that scores. Right fielder Davis Kete. Reals lead to 7-6, and then Eduardo Nunez had a chance to win it. With a shot up the right field, but the ball ran out of steam, and the Sox fall to the Kansas City Royals. 7-6 to drop to 21-18 in the season as Hurd got the win, Johnson got the loss, and Flynn got the save. Next up, tomorrow afternoon, a matinee between the Red Sox and the Royals with Drew Parham and Manning for the Red Sox and Danny W. Manning for the Royals. Okay, other scores around the Major Leagues. It's the LA Dodgers 3 and the Arizona Diamondbacks 2. Baltimore Orioles and the LA Angels, no score in bottom of the 6th. Bottom of 5th, Seattle Mariners leading the Oakland Athletics 4-1. Bottom of 6th, it's the San Diego Padres leading the San Francisco Giants 2-1. Texas Rangers defeat the Cleveland Indians 8-6. Washington Nationals the Pittsburgh Pirates 12-4. Philadelphia Phillies fought the Miami Marlins 2-1. Final 10 innings was Detroit Tigers over the Tampa Bay Rays 2-1. Milwaukee Brewers over the Cincinnati Reds 7-6. Atlanta Braves defeat the New York Mets 3-2. Colorado Rockies over the Chicago Cubs 3-1. And the New York Yankees beat the Houston Astros 4-0. And Minnesota Twins fall to the Toronto Blue Jays 7-4 in final 10 innings. And the Chicago White Sox fall to the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2. Okay, look at that, some NBA scores in the playoffs. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Cleveland Cavaliers defeat the Toronto Raptors 131-12 to take a one-game lead in this best-of-7 series. And Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals at halftime. Closely Warriors leading the New Orleans Pelicans 58-55. In the NHL's playoffs, Alex Ovechkin lifts the Capitals to a Game 3 win, a 4-3 win over the Pittsburgh Penguins, take a 2-game win lead in this best-of-7 series. And they Winnipeg Jets over the Nashville Predators 7-4 take a 2-game win lead in this best-of-7 series. The Wheaton Lions, the Not Lancers girls lacrosse team ran into a buzzsaw by the name of the Highlanders as they got crushed by the Pillars 16-0. The Wheaton softball team ended a disappointing season with a 4-0 loss and a 10-2 loss to the Tufts Jumbos, while the baseball team suffered a 5-4 loss to the Massachusetts Dartmouth. And the women's tennis team fell to MIT 5-0. Wait, look at that, Sports news. Don Nelson, the former Boston Celtics star and NBA coach, now lives away with his own weed and hosts celebrity-filled poker games. Senators vs. Warrior Kyrie Leonard's group wants him in a bigger market. Ben Roethlisberger said of Mason Rajwaska, he won't be here for a while. New York Yankees Montgomery exits after 7 pitches. Astros fire back at Trevor Bauer after Indians started cheating in situations. High school football coach was fired for having too many black players in his team. Baltimore is not ready to sell just yet, as Manny Machado retweets desires stay. Teddy Bridgewater, healthy and thrown. Mike McGannon said. Russ Brandon resigns as Bill Sabres president. 5-star linebacker. Morning and more report. Hope you have a good night.